Hello guys, welcome back once again. Now in today's video I want to show us how to gum our shirt outfit. Right here I believe you must have watched how the coupling and the cutting was done, and then the next step we are going to do now is the gumming processes of the gumming stage. So right here and then how to fold as well. Now this is the back body of the shirt. Now bear in mind that this is the wrong side, and this is the right side. So right here you have to bring an interfacing or what you call cloth gum, right? The soft one. You have to bring it. You have to cut it in this shape. I will show you now. I already cut. Let me show you in this shape. You have to be in this shape, right? Then this gumming part is optional for the back of the shirt. But then, if you want your shirt to last long, it's advisable that you gum on the right side of the back outfit. That this is the wrong side. This is the wrong side. The where I mark chalk is the wrong side of the outfit. This is the wrong side, and then this is the right side. So you have to gum on this area, on this circumference. Now when you place your gum this way, you now use your iron and then you gum accordingly. Now this gumming will help your shirt to last long, so you will gum accordingly on this aspect, right? Then when you must have gummed, then you know you are going to make it to look stronger than it should, or stronger than it should, making the shirt to last long actually. So you take your time to gum, right? Gum this way. Then after you must have gummed this one now the next as well you will gum is your back facing. Now this back facing gumming is also optional, but whereby you're making for your own outfit and then you want it to last so long, the best thing you will do is to gum. Then in gumming of the back outfit, I like to make it a full gumming, reason being that I won't like to have air inside or in between my facing and the outfit. So you take your time to gum accordingly. Now when you take your time to gum, you notice that the shirts will tend to have more quality, right? And then it will last very well. So I will gum all these stuffs, and then when I'm done with the back facing, I will show you the next stage of the gumming. So right here I'm done gumming the back facing, and this is how it looks like. So the next thing I will do now is to gum the other components, which are the cuff and the plackets, right? Bear in mind that the plackets were cut when we made the video of cutting, so I will gum them as well. So the four of them, you also gum them. Now this gumming helps you to have a better and a neater finishing, right? Take your time to do this. Then in most cases, if the material is so strong, you can ignore the gumming. But then if you're using a normal cotton, it's advisable that you gum some areas of this outfit so that you achieve a better result. So as well, you will gum the four cuffs, or sorry, the four plackets. Then you have to take your time to do this as well, and then make sure everything is properly gummed. Then after that, I will show you how to gum the cuff, and then that cuff gumming will help us to have a better result and everything. So right here I'm gumming all these aspects, and then I will show you how next to go. So right here we have our cuff. Then bear in mind this cuff was cut at 10 inches, right? Yeah, 10 inches by 4.5. Now I'm using our color gum to gum the cuff. Now the reason I'm using the color gum, I want to have a more fitted and a stronger grip of the cuff on the fist area. So now this color gum will not be cut the same width with this. Now reason being that it will make the folding to be so strong. So how then do we cut it? Bear in mind that the cuff finishing we agreed to have was 3 inches. So cut at 3 inches by 9.5. That's this one was 10 inches. Now bear in mind that the half inch remaining is for the closing. Now this one will be half inch shorter than whatever you use in cutting the width of your cuff. Then when you cut it this way, now make sure you place this half inch off from the base. It will be in this form, half inch off from the base right here. Then make sure that your closing here will be exact of whatever you want to use in closing. Now I gave us the formula that in closing you have extra 1.5 inch from the round sleeve we had. The round sleeve we had was 8 inches, so we are going to have at 9.5 here, right? So this should be 9.5, and then the half inch that's left here will be used to fold this curve in this direction. Then it's not advisable to gum completely because it's going to be too strong or so thick for your folding. So cut at exact of whatever you want to have, and then you gum it in this form. Give half inch gap. Then in most cases it's advisable that you fold the curve first to have your half inch folded, and then before you proceed to gumming. So right here, I'll first and foremost fold my curve to the width, to the size I want. That's half inch this way. Fold it this way, right? Then if you fold it this way, now this will give you the room to have a better finishing and an easier finishing actually. So when you have it folded in this form, now the next thing you will do now is to open it up again, and then take your color gum, the one I used. You can use gum stain, you can use material gum, whichever one you didn't fit, but then it's advisable to use a gum that will give you a brisk feeling. Then this is how it should be. Then you gum. Then I need to trim off the edges more so that I will have enough allowance to sew the edges right round. Then I'm trimming off, let's say, a very little space here, so I'm trimming it off. Then the measurement I have left is 9.2, right? 9.2 total. Then this is how it's going to be done. Then make sure you now take your time to make this to lap on the edge that your folding is coming from. Then you can now gum accordingly. So this is how you can gum your cufflink for your shirts, and as well this method can as well be applied on your real cufflink on your senators. But then why I use this color gum here, because shirts are more or less a corporate outfit, so it should give us a more fitting and more relaxed looks or finishing. So you gum accordingly this way, and then you fold your half inch on it. So this is how you can easily gum your curve. And then bear in mind that in sewing now, you are going to sew from the ending of the white material, ending this way, that's inclusion of the curve. If we go sew from the ending this way, now this will make it easy for you to open up your curve, to flip it over when you want to turn it. So I will go on the next step and then show you as well how it looks like. So right here I have gummed the two curves. Bear in mind that you're going to gum only two, the rest two will not be gummed. So this is how it's being gummed. Then you fold the half inch inwards. Then this is how your curve should look like. Now this is giving me a nice relaxation here. So now this will serve for the outside curve. Then I will now just fold the other two, which will be for the inside, and then I will show you how it's being folded as well. So right here for the other two that is not gummed, then you just hold them together and then still fold it by half an inch, and then you have it in this form. Make sure that folding this one will be a bit bigger than the one you have gummed, that the inner curve will be a bit bigger than the one you have gummed. Very important, make sure it's a bit bigger than the one you have gummed. Then when you, after folding this way, you must make sure you cross check it on your corresponding curves. So make sure that it's a bit bigger. That's in this form. When you have folded, bring one, place this way. Now the one you have gummed will be shorter here. The one ungummed will be a bit longer here. This is going to help you to achieve a neater sewing and better finishing without having much stress or any issue at all when you are sewing. So this is for the cuff foldings. The next I will show you now is for the plackets, and then the back facing, and then the sleeve. Now for the back facing, bear in mind that you must have gummed before you start folding, and then you must have as well trimmed the edges. Now this trimming will help to remove the gum coming out at the edge of the fabric, because if you don't trim, it sticks to the iron, and then which will dent your iron and then make it to be spoiling or dating your outfit if you were making a white or a colored material. So right here, make sure you trim, and then when you must have trimmed, then the next thing you will do now is fold them into two this way, and then get the center line. It's very important get a center line, and then when you must have gotten the center line, the next thing you will do now is to fold the angular or the V-like shape, and then the folding here should not be more than 1 inch. So you fold it in this direction, right? Then when you must have folded in this direction, you make sure that it's overlapping across the center of the fold of the back facing. Then you hold it this way, and then you also replicate the curvy or the V-like shape here, and then have it in the same 1 inch folding to correspond with the other one. And then when you must have finished folding in this way, it's advisable that you close the facing together and make sure that the both of them are of the same width, right? Then if you notice any differences, you can now adjust them accordingly to make sure that the both of them are lapping on each other. Don't allow one to be longer or one to be shorter. After that, the next thing you will do now is to fold the cuffs, the plackets. Then this is the border one. Then you will trim off the gummed edges properly. Then after the trimmings, then how you fold it is you first and foremost bend 1/4 inch from here, bend it this way 1/4 inch, right? Then when you must have bent it this way, you get this folding in this form. And then the next you will do now is to bend again. Now the second bending should not lap on the edge of the tip of the material. The second bending should be a bit off from this. Now the distance or the gap should be the gap or the extent you are going to sew from. So don't allow it to be too much or too small. Make sure that whatever that is left there will be enough or will be okay for you to sew from. And then you have your placket for the one outside folded properly. Then this is for the placket folding, and then I will replicate this on the other one and as well show you the result. I think I will also show you the video so that you will not be confused how to go about it. I said you bend it 1/4 inch. Then before you bend, make sure you trim off the gummed edges so that it will not stick to your iron, because the sticking tends to dent your ironing or your iron when you have the gum on it. So right here you fold 1/4 inch this way, and then when you must have folded the 1/4 inch, you fold again, then making sure that the both of them are of the same width as well. You fold. Then how then do you cross check? I advise to use the other one, place on top of it, and then cross check the measurement, and then they're having the same size, and then you fold. Now this folding will be so carefully done to give you a nice finishing, because the folding is as well part of the sewing as well. If you don't get this properly, you cannot get the sewing properly as well. So this is the stage that I always tell people to pay attention to whenever they are working. Then make sure everything is properly done. And then this for the two outer cuffs and outer plackets, right? That the bigger ones outside. This is how it should be, right? Then the both of them should be of the same size. And then the smaller ones, the one inside as well, you trim up the edges of the gum and then trim it off as well. And then you also duplicate the same folding. Now bear in mind that this one was smaller when it was cut, so the folding as well will also give you a smaller finishing. So you have to as well take your time. It's small, but then this is the only way I know best you can do this and achieve a perfect sewing without much stress. Now this method can as well be used in doing the cufflink placket, but then I will show you the difference when you're making a cufflink and a buttoned hand outfit. So you fold it in this form, leaving the gap you as well use to attach it to the body of the sleeve. This is very important as well. Don't overlook this stage. It's more important than even the shirt cutting, because if you don't get this very well, you mess it up. So after that, you as well do the last one. So I believe with this video now, you'll be able to gum accordingly and then fold accordingly before you go to the stage of your coupling. I know why I'm showing you this aspect of folding, because it's of great essence for us all in the group to learn how to do this effectively without having much issues. So you fold the last one as well, the same way of folding, and then make sure that whenever you're folding, your iron should not be too hot so that it will not shrink the outfit. So bear in mind that you must have gummed it with your color choice of your cloth gum. I use black because I like using black gums on black outfits. So you can use white as well, it will still work. Then you fold in the same size with the previous one you have folded, and then this is the end of the gumming section for your shirt outfit. Now the next one we cut together and gum will be our collar. Like I told us that the collar is best cut and gummed after you must have joined the shoulder of the front and back. That is the best way or the best time to cut the collar. So I will also show you how the collar will be cut in the coupling process of the video. And then the next thing you will do now is for the sleeve folding. Now this sleeve folding, I have a trick I used to go with, and then the trick is as simple as ABCD. Then bear in mind that this was the sleeve we cut, and then the right faces facing each other. Bear in mind that the right faces was facing each other this way. Then bear in mind that this was the chalk we used in cutting. Then what you just have to do is you fold the sleeve into 2 equal parts. Fold them into 2 equal parts. Then when you have folded, make sure that the one beneath is relaxed properly. Then once you have seen or you are sure that it's relaxed properly, then you iron this place out. This ironing helps you to get the center line. In most cases, you can sprinkle water if you're not making use of a steam iron. But if you're making use of a steam iron, you can apply your steam effect on this page. Then when you have ironed out to get the center line properly, then the next thing you will do now is open it up. Hold the 2 sleeves together, open it up, right? Then take the 1 inch sleeve allowance for the pleats. That's this one here, not the last one. The sleeve allowance for the pleats. Take the 1 inch there, place at this point the middle of your first iron, and then make it to be arranged in this form. It will give you this shape, right? Then when you must have placed it in this form, now the next thing you will do now is as well you get another iron in here or another line. Now this line you will get here will be the line you will use in fixing your plackets, right? Then in most cases you might ask me what is the measurement that you will use to fix your placket. Now with the formula I have shown you now in the folding processes, now after doing this you notice that, or you see that the measurement will be from 2.5 inches to 3 inches maximum, depending on the person's round sleeve you are working with. So this is 2.6 measurement. From the first center iron folding to this will now be 2.5 to 3 inches maximum. So if you don't want to use the folding formula, you can as well use the inch of 2.5 to 3 inches maximum and fix your placket on the other side of the cuff and the sleeve. Now bear in mind that in doing this folding, this folding will give you a safer way to replicate the left hand side and right hand side automatically without having issues of making double sleeve, like making left 2 times. So after you must have done it this way, now you fling it open this way, and then you reinforce the first ironing to make sure the ironing is showing very well. So you reinforce the first ironing. Then after you must have reinforced the first ironing properly, then the next thing you will do now is to fold it this way again, and then as well you reinforce the second iron. That's the line of the center of the sleeve. You reinforce it very well as well to make sure that this line is showing properly on your outfit. Now the first one you will bring out will be your left hand side. Now the one facing upwards, then you keep it this way. Now bear in mind that this is the right side of the fabric, and then this is the wrong side. Then you have to fling it over this way. That's, you place it over the opposite direction of the iron you have done before, and then you also reinforce the ironing. Make the ironing point to now come outside instead of falling inside. So make it to come outside this way, and then take your time to do this. Then make sure it's straight properly done. And then when you must have gotten to this stage, you can sprinkle water on it to make sure you don't burn the hair on your fabric. Then when you have reinforced the iron, the next thing you will do as well is to as well get the center line. That's the one you first iron initially. That's this one on this part. you as well get the center line. Now I will give a trick for you to know when you are correct or when you are wrong. Now if after you must have ironed these sleeves properly, for you to cross check if your folding was correct, the simple thing you will do is bring the sleeves. Now they bring the edges, that's the center, put them together this way. Now one of the iron, they both of them will face upwards. Now if in any case you bring the sleeves and place this way, and then you are seeing that the iron is facing down, that means you are wrong, because that means that you're having a double sleeve folded on one side. So the next one you will do it as well is make sure that when you place the sleeve together this way, right? Now when you look at the edge of your sleeve, now this is the right and this is the left. How then do I know that this is the right? If you put your hand inside this way, the iron part must face upwards instead of facing downwards or being at the back. So when you place them together this way, having seen the edge of your sleeve giving you a continuous curve here, so the two iron must face upwards, one should never face down. And then when you have done it this way as well, if you want to as well cross check it very well as well, all you need to do is to match these two sleeves together this way. Now when you now match them together, the iron parts will face each other. So this goes to show you that you're having two sleeves, like normal left and right, as against having errors whereby the two irons might face upwards or might face downwards. One should face up when you have placed them together, and one should face down when together. So after you must have done this, now the next thing you will do as well is to fold the center of your shirt, that's the back. You make sure you fold it together to get the center back, because the line as well will help you to fix your facing properly. So I'll fold this now and show the folding. So guys, we are done with the foldings and the gummings, and then this is how your outfit should look like. Now bear in mind that the cuff is not yet cut and it's not yet gum. Then I know why I do cut my cuff and my collar, sorry, not cuff, my collar is not yet cut and it's not yet gum. And then I know why I do cut my collar after I must have joined my shoulder and then did the shoulder connections and the facing locking, and then proceed to the cuff link and the sleeve, and then the collar will be cut last. I will tell you the reason why you should have your collar cut last. So by that time you must have determined the final closing of your neck, and then you'll now be able to calculate your collar very well without having any issue. So let's get down to the cutting processes, the coupling processes.